Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Kid Cudi. But before we begin, I just wanted to give a special shout out to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. For those of you who might not know Scentbird yet from previous videos, let me tell you about their wonderful service. Scentbird is a fragrance monthly subscription service that provides you with access to endless fragrances. Scentbird lets you choose a new fragrance to try every month for just $17 a month. Every month you get to pick the fragrance you want to receive with no surprises. On Scentbird, they have perfumes and colognes and a lot of unisex options. With each fragrance, you get a 30-day supply so you can try out the fragrance before committing to a full-size bottle. We all know how expensive those bottles could be. When I say Scentbird got a wide variety of options, I mean it, as they even offer high-end designer brands as well. I usually don't do sponsored videos. I have honestly turned down so many of them, but Scentbird is great, and they show that they really support my channel. The wonderful people over at Scentbird actually sent me 3 new scents: Magnetic Wood by The Harmonist, Paragon by Initio Parfum Privis, and Charmer by English Laundry. My favorite one by far was the Charmer by English Laundry. It has a pleasant but soft light smell. It smells really good, and if you're looking for a new scent, I recommend you try this one. When you sign up for Scentbird, they provide you with a monthly supply of the scent you choose in these awesome spray vials that come in these stylish cases to carry them in. So if you want to give Scentbird a try, today's the perfect day. Use my link in the description, and with my code, The Truth Is, you get 55% off your first month when you sign up today. That means you'll get your first month for just a little over $7, and you really can't beat that. I once again want to give a special thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get right into it. The truth is, Kid Cudi is considered one of the most influential rappers in the past 10 years. He is credited for influencing many artists in their own music, like Kanye West, Travis Scott, A$AP Rocky, and plenty more. Cudi has reached a level in the music industry that not many make it to, even crossing over to Hollywood, starring in movies. But how exactly did Cudi achieve all this success? How did he become the star he is today? Was his rise in the industry purely due to his talent and luck, or is there something far more sinister hidden behind his rise? Join me in this episode as we uncover the dark truth about Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi was born January 30th, 1984 in Cleveland, Ohio. He grew up in the city of Shaker Heights with his mother and father until he turned 11, when his father tragically passed after a battle with cancer. His father's passing severely affected Cudi for the rest of his life, an effect that could be seen even in his music. Cudi would start rapping towards the end of his high school years, all the way back in 2003, and was set on making that dream come true. Sometime after high school, Cudi would make the move to New York City to pursue his music career like many artists have done before, with just his demo and $500 in his pocket. Cudi would end up staying in the South Bronx area with his uncle, who just so happened to be a successful jazz drummer. For Cudi to get by at the time, he got a job working at a Manhattan clothing store where he saved enough money to move into a Brooklyn apartment with his friend and fellow rapper, Dot the Genius. While Cudi was working at a clothes store by day and on his music career at night, he would randomly end up meeting Kanye West while at a CD store, not knowing that sooner than later, Kanye would play a huge role in his career. In 2007, Cudi dropped his song Day and Night on MySpace, and the song quickly received praise online after it was picked up by a few hip-hop blogs. Day and Night would eventually make it to the ears of Plain Pat, who at the time was Kanye West's manager. Plain Pat brought the song to Kanye, and Cudi was then quickly signed to Kanye's Good Music. In July 2008, Cudi dropped his first mixtape, A Kid Named Cudi, under Good Music, all while working on hooks for Jay-Z's Blueprint 3 and songs for Kanye's 808s and Heartbreaks. His career only went up from there, building up until he dropped his debut project, Man on the Moon, solidifying his spot in the industry. This is what you may already know about Kid Cudi, but the truth is far more sinister. I have come to believe Kid Cudi took the oath in order to have the world. The reason I have come to this conclusion is no other than Kid Cudi himself, as he has shown plenty of signs proving that he has taken the oath. In my opinion, Cudi's story mirrors the story of many other industry plants in the music industry. He was picked up by the labels before having any buzz and slowly molded into the star he became. On this channel, we already know that Kanye West doesn't just sign random artists who are just talented. They have to be connected. In order to sign Kanye, you have to take the same oath as Kanye and pay the same price. Kanye, out of his own mouth, admitted his mother was a sacrifice for his success in the industry.
My mama ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. My mama was sacrificed.
You understand?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control.
She was the price for his initiation. He wanted the world, so he offered the woman that brought him into it in order to have it. Kanye just so happens to bump into Cudi, and coincidentally will go on to sign him when one of his songs starts to make a small amount of noise. That just doesn't add up to me. It's clear this story told about Cudi's uprising is just made up by the record labels to paint him how they want him to be seen. His story sounds similar to Big Sean, who just like Cudi was signed to Kanye after randomly meeting him. In my opinion, Big Sean also appears to have taken the oath. If you guys would like me to make a full video on Big Sean, comment Big Sean below. In my opinion, it appears Cudi was initiated into the Masonic Order right around the same time he met Kanye West. See, by the time Cudi signed with Kanye and dropped his music video for Day and Night, he was already showing subtle imagery, proving that he indeed took the oath. In the video for Day and Night, the first thing you notice off the jump is the black and white duality imagery. This video is not shown in black and white, but they start the video with the black and white that points directly to the Masonic checkerboard floor. It's all just duality, which we will notice the whole theme of the video is based on. The entire video is about two versions of the world, as when Cudi looks at people, he sees an animated version before they fade back to their regular selves. A great example of the duality in this video is a specific part where they showed a religious statue, and then the very next scene is Cudi walking past a couple of demons. That is exactly what duality is, good and the bad, represented by the black and the white. They showed the religious statue, which represents the good, and the bad is depicted by the demons. This scene also represents how Cudi is consumed and controlled by the very demons he aligned himself with when they show the demons consuming him. We can find even more open Masonic imagery in this music video when we take a look at the scene when they show Cudi inside of the grocery store. Out of nowhere, the grocery store clerk turns into an owl right before they show Cudi standing on the famous Masonic checkerboard floor. On this channel, we already know exactly what the owl represents, as it was the original symbol of the Illuminati. Many people think the symbol of the Illuminati is the all-seeing eye, but this is not true. The symbol of the Illuminati is the owl, while the all-seeing eye is actually a symbol of the Freemasons. It is not at all a coincidence they showed the owl and then the Masonic checkerboard floor, and it's also not a coincidence he would drop this music video after signing to Kanye West. In my opinion, Cudi took the oath in order to have the world. We can find even more interesting imagery in Cudi's music video for Pursuit of Happiness Megaforce version. In this music video, we can see the sad truth regarding these artists that sell their souls to have the world. The music video shows Cudi stuck in a forever loop where he can't leave his couch. We can see while he's trapped in this loop, a woman with horns on her head is shown, clearly representing Lucifer. This entire scene represents the truth about Cudi's life. He sold his soul, trapping himself, becoming a puppet for the Masonic agenda. This is the imagery Cudi started putting out after signing to Kanye. The only reason the imagery was so subtle was because back in the late 2000s and early 2010s, the Masonic imagery was much more hidden. It wasn't until the late 2010s that the imagery started to become obvious. In Cudi's song Save My Soul, we can find Cudi asking who's going to save his soul when he raps, "How could this be? All this time, I've lived vigorously. Who's gonna save my soul now?" Cudi knew what he had gotten himself into. He knew what he had paid to have the world. Another one of his lyrics I found interesting was his lyrics in his song Just What I Am, when Cudi raps, "Ain't no such thing as Satan. Evil is what you make it. Thank the Lord for the burning bush. That big body Benz I was born to push." This lyric alone reveals so much, and to me shows that Cudi follows the do what thou will credo, which to me makes perfect sense, especially when we know he was signed to Kanye West. Cudi claims there is no Satan. Evil is what you make it. We all know Satan is real, his agenda is real, and we see his existence through many artists in the industry. One of the main reasons I decided to make this video is because many of you requested I make a video on Kid Cudi after seeing the new House Party movie. In the new House Party movie, there's a couple of questionable scenes where the Illuminati is mentioned and blood sacrifices are done. Towards the end of the House Party movie, things take a turn and we see a whole lot of truth in plain sight being exposed. I personally wouldn't recommend any of you watch this movie as it's pretty bad and really just more Masonic programming, but I will try my best not to spoil you the movie for those who do want to check it out. The new House Party movie is about two guys who clean houses for a living and just so happened to end up cleaning LeBron's house while he was away. The two guys come up with a plan to throw a house party at LeBron's house and invite a bunch of celebrities over to the party. At a certain point in the movie, the two guys need to replace LeBron's championship ring, and Kid Cudi, who's in the movie, tells them that he can get them the ring if they go with him to an Illuminati meeting.
Where'd you come from? Wait. What you just say?
I can get y'all another ring.
Like another one-of-kind NBA championship ring.
Yeah. Just let me know the year.
How? What?
Simple. The Illuminati.
Oh, no, man.
Look at me. I don't joke with the Illuminati.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the first ritual. Take a sip to show solidarity.
What kind of wine is this? A little different.
It's not wine. It's blood.
What?
Drink it when you blow a cup.
Something I found extremely interesting is that Cudi mentions the Illuminati at exactly 1:13:33 mark of the movie. We all know 13 is a Masonic number, and we also know 33 is the number of the Master Mason. They mention the Illuminati right exactly at this timestamp. The two guys decide to go with Cudi to the Illuminati meeting, and we can see exactly what these celebrities are into. Once they go to the meeting, we can find people doing blood rituals, something Cudi openly admits himself. We then see the Masonic checkerboard floor while people are being ritually offered on it. This entire scene was meant to look satirical and make fun of truth seekers, but we know exactly what this is. We know it's truth in plain sight. They also try to bring up cloning with this movie, as Cudi tells the two guys that he was brought back multiple times. The thing is, the Masons love throwing people off by spreading misinformation. They love to mix the truth with the lies. The Masons know the Illuminati is what most people blame for the agenda, but in reality, the Illuminati is just a branch of the Masonic order. The Freemasons are the ones who truly run the world. This movie mocks us and laughs in our faces because they know most people will just laugh like it's a big joke and call truth seekers exposing this delusional. But just think about it. In a movie full of A-list celebrities acting like celebrities, they show themselves participating in Eyes Wide Shut themed rituals. I believe Cudi sold his soul to have the world and is sadly suffering the consequences for it. It appears like many other celebrities that sold their souls, Cudi at some point wanted out of the industry but couldn't find a way. We all remember when Cudi checked into rehab and had his problems with Drake and Kanye. I believe Cudi was fed up with the industry, and he basically states this himself. Cudi stated that he wasn't at peace since the moment the world came to know him, meaning since the moment he sold his soul. He sold his soul for the world and hasn't been at peace since. It appears when Cudi was sent to rehab, it was to be able to control him, just like we see with Kanye. After Cudi came out of rehab, we slowly started to see a new Cudi. A Cudi who painted his nails and wore dresses, matching the Lil Nas X agenda being pushed. In this picture, we see Cudi at a fashion award show wearing a wedding dress, holding hands with a man. Cudi was dressed in white, which in the occult world represents the offering. It appears that the man who came holding his hand was supposed to represent his handler. This is how Cudi became a superstar, one of the biggest artists in recent history. It cost him everything to get there. He admits it himself that he was an occultist in the House Party movie, and we can see that all the celebrities are puppets. It's not a coincidence the House Party movie was directed by LeBron James, as LeBron is another Masonic puppet. We can see obvious signs of LeBron aligning himself with the Masonic order, and his involvement in this movie further proves that point. So many people worship Cudi. They allow Cudi to influence their lives. Cudi was used to guide so many people to a burning end, and he did it to have the world. We must remember what purpose these celebrities truly serve. They're built up to godlike levels in order to guide people to a burning end. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Before you guys go, I just want to again thank Scentbird for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in smelling great at a reasonable price, make sure you hit the link in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just want to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement, or you can join me on Patreon where I drop exclusive videos monthly. The link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by checking out the Truth Fish store and seeing if you find anything you like. Every purchase you make goes directly to helping the channel and furthering Truth Records. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts below and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when I drop new videos. If you like this video, please leave a like as it helps other people find these videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram and follow me there for more truth. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.